Very good.
Okay, so he'll go fix those two, and we'll bring those two back. Okay, but you see, as a judge, all I can do is tell the rider what I see today. Okay, Annette, walk for a little bit. And then it's Annette's job to take the test back with the trainer, okay, and have it fixed. So why don't we have Mara and Annette? Okay, you two come down here, and you're going to get a riding lesson.
So for both horses, when we are looking at them, we could see both of them could be a little bit more reactive to the leg aid. Yeah, both of you agree with that? Yeah. So I look at, when I start with a young horse, it simply needs to be up to my standard. Yeah, when I say I close my leg, what do I expect from this? I expect my horse, when I close my calf, that he goes forward. Yeah? If I don't get the reaction to the calf, then I would use my spur. Yeah? And I want to make sure that my horse doesn't get too dependent, especially at this age, when they're 4, when they're 5. I want to make 100% sure that the gas pedal is working. Yeah? So let's be very clear on this. When we use the spur, I have absolutely no problem with this, but let's make sure it really makes a difference. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, we can talk about pushing the horses a little bit more forward, getting the horses a little bit more in gear behind. The bottom line is they have to respect the leg aid. Yeah? So, and I'm sorry, was Mara? Yeah. With N? With Arjen. Arjen, okay. Let's go ahead. Maybe, Annette, you can take a little break for a few minutes? Yeah? Okay, so I always say when we put the leg on, sometimes a bad reaction is better than no reaction. Yeah? What could be a bad reaction be? For instance, if we close the leg and my horse breaks into the canter, that's to me 10 times better than no reaction. You follow me? Yeah? So why don't you exaggerate a moment with your leg aid? Let's see if we can get him just a little bit more awake, and even if he canters, it's no problem. Yeah, go ahead, canter. Make your point, finish your idea, send him forward, make your point. Make your point, come on, he's still not quite listening. That's it, and praise him. And now push the heel down, okay? Make sure now that the spur is not going to keep on supporting him. Yeah, you should think about reminding aids, sending your horse forward from your calf, and the spur will remind him here and there. Yeah? So that's it. Okay. And wake him up again. Send him 3-4 strides forward. And praise him. A little bit passive with the leg now. Passive with the leg. Push the heel down. The last thing that we want to do at this age, making our horses numb to the leg. Yeah? I'm not telling everyone to take the legs off, but we should ride momentarily, a little bit passively, and finding out, is our horse honest to the leg aid? Yeah? Good. You could make a bigger deal about this. Yeah? You can take a quick break, it's no problem. Walk a second. No problem. Yeah? So what you had there is very common with young horses. We see this quite a bit through first level, training level. When we're in the canter, especially when we go on straight lines, our horses break into the trot. And again, it is because they're not perfectly educated yet to respect the leg. Do you follow me? Yeah, so that needs to be your goal. You know, instead of riding with a ton of strength every single stride, wake him up, let's make our horses get responsive, and then really, sometimes we have to force ourselves to be just a tiny bit passive with the leg, having the legs near the horse, not pressing all the time. Yeah? If the horse doesn't respond or doesn't maintain the forward energy from a light pressure with the leg, we should make momentarily a bigger deal. Yeah? Very good. Okay. And Annette, when you're ready, same idea. Same for you. Try to stay focus just on the leg aid. Wait a few minutes with the whip, okay? What I'd like to, this is just a personal preference, I like to use the whip later on for more engagement. I'd like to see just when we think, yeah, exactly, when we push our horse forwards, that they focus on the leg, when we get some serious disobedience with a young horse, I can see that we used a little bit the whip to get the horse's attention, not to punish the horse with the whip, but to get the attention. And Annette, we just talked about it before, when we ask with the leg and we get a bad reaction, that's perfectly fine, okay? It's much better than no reaction. So let's get a few times, yeah, but let's go a step further. Yeah, what else could you do? Let's say when he's still not willing really to go it, that's it. Go a moment to the canter. This would be the same exact thing in the walk. When a horse doesn't want to walk forward, we push a few steps in the trot. Yeah? Okay, that's it. Maintain a little bit more contact. Try to keep the hands low. That's it. You can see at this point he's still moving into the inner leg a little bit. I'd like you to have that option available too, that you can make the circle bigger from your inner leg. Yeah, this would be even already at this stage, the slight idea of a little leg yield in there. This needs to be available. Yeah? This should be our standard. That should be our expectation for riding a young horse. This looks better. Back to the trot. Good. Maintain the energy, still more forward. Even if this tempo would be a little bit too much for the show arena, I still prefer this in your training to say, let's go. Yeah? It is much easier, it's going to be easy for him to slow a little bit down. Yeah? Let's go ahead and change direction. We do it 1 more minute to the left and then we'll go on. Yeah? But the tempo is too slow. Keep your standards high. If you need to canter in between, feel free to do so. Yeah? Good. You could tell he really needs to learn the acceptance not just of the driving leg, but also of the yielding leg. Can you tell when you turn that he really wants to fall into the inner leg? At his age, this should be established, that he moves off the inner leg, not just forward, but also sideways. Yeah? Good. Wake him up again. Try not to use the whip at this point. Use your outside leg, reinforce the left lead. Use your right leg and push him on. That's better. Okay. Good. And again. Very good. And back to the trot. Good. And see if you can maintain a little bit more the idea of moving him off your inner leg. Think you want to make the circle bigger from your left leg. Wake him up again. That's it. And give him a break. Yeah? Good. Okay. Yeah, so very important that our young horses learn to move forward. The acceptance of the leg aid, it doesn't matter if the horse is 2, 3 weeks under saddle, this has to be established. Yeah? And we want to make sure that both horses get the idea when we have a gentle contact with the calf, that has to be enough to move the horse forward. If that's not enough, no problem. Let's go ahead, use the spur. Let's make sure our horses are being reminded to go forward. This idea of supporting a horse constantly with a ton of strength might work through a training level, might work through a first level, but that's it. When we come to a little bit collection, there will be problems. Yeah? So to me, so important to have the correct standard about the acceptance of the leg aid. Before we even talk about the acceptance of all the other aids, the rein aid, the seat aid, they have to learn to move forward. Yeah? And this is something I would practice every single day. When I take my horse out of the stall in the beginning, even when I have him on a free walk, on a loose rein, our horses can respect the leg aid. Yeah? We can allow them to stretch, we can allow them to relax, no problem. But they can't pay attention to the leg aid. It is absolutely essential in the sport. Yeah? Okay.